We all have many fond memories of Zoidner Pool, whether it's Ironman, learning to swim, or passing a swim test to advance to the next training group. It has served the community for quite some time now, faithfully, reliably, and consistently. We all know it needs to be replaced. We know these problems because we swim there every day. We all know it eventually should be shut down, but not before we have another place to swim. It is also public record that the county knows these problems, as evidenced by capital plans as far back as 2005, when $800,000 was budgeted to make it ADA accessible. Every year it is on the capital plan to repair or replace Zoidner, and recently to build a real aquatic center. Seeing it on the capital plan feels like Christmas, only be let down year after year. As swimmers, we learn hard work and dedication wins races, complaining does not. Patience is the virtue every swimmer must have, because there are instances when we do not drop time in a race but once a year. As a whole, the swimming community has been patient and refrained from complaining about the conditions in which we train. The result of our patience is that the county has overlooked our needs since 2005. We have watched while soccer and baseball fields, parking garages, and greenways have been erected, knowing and expecting that the honorable commissioners would soon give us our goal, a new facility in which to train, compete, and host meets. Our group is varied in many, old and young, handicapped and Olympic hopefuls, triathletes, and Navy SEAL candidates. We ask that you allocate funds for the Aquatic Center you have placed on the capital plan for years and keep Zoidner open until it is ready. I ask this for all who use Zoidner, not just the high school swimmers, but for my YMCA team, the swim clinics, the birthday parties, and the dancers. Your mission statement says, Buncombe County is a caring community in harmony with its environment, where citizens succeed, thrive, and realize their potential. We are just asking you to stand by your statement and give us the opportunity to succeed, thrive, and realize our potential with an aquatic center that we can all be proud of.
Thank you, Ms. Vaughn. Yes, ma'am. You're next. Who wants to speak after her? Who wants to speak? Who wants to speak? Gentleman in black shirt, you can come on up and have a seat up here. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Betty Jackson. I live in Buncombe County. And during last year's campaign cycle, I had the opportunity, while campaigning for a school board candidate, to talk with a lot of parents. And I heard a similar refrain from many of them, and that was that they really didn't like having to cough up out of their own coffers money for school supplies. And what I'm wondering is if the county, which provides some money to the school system for supplies and textbooks, doesn't have enough money for that, why can you be thinking about these multi-million-dollar projects? There was an economist by the name of Thomas Sowell who once said that the first rule of economics is scarcity. And scarcity means that there's just not enough money to go around to pay for everybody's wants. And that he went on further to say that the first rule of politics is to ignore the first rule of scarcity. And it just ignores the fact that in this declining economy, we're not out of a recession, that there just isn't enough money to go around. The last tax hike was, the brunt of the last tax hike was felt by the poor and the middle class here. Are you willing to raise taxes to build a huge new aquatic center? I'm glad you guys are considering other alternatives. I wonder if there aren't partnerships like Ms. Green has been talking about. I wonder also if there isn't a community fundraising effort that couldn't occur, where people actually just go out and solicit funds from their family, their friends, their neighbors, themselves, instead of just depending upon government to provide these things for us. I'm not just picking on the swim team. I think this applies to all sports teams, and I think there are other opportunities available to take a look at, and I'm glad you guys are doing that. There's one other thing that I wanted to bring up that doesn't have anything to do with sports, and that is conservancies. And I know you guys are going to talk about conservancies later tonight. How many properties are taken off the tax rolls and been put into conservancies? How many millions of county dollars have been spent in the past, millions of them, to set aside certain properties for a few special people, and there are properties that I might drive past, but I'm not ever going to set foot upon them. We're in a non-recovering economy, And I think priorities need to be taken a hard look at. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Yes, sir, gentlemen. Who will speak after this Rocky? Okay, you cap off. Will be next.
Good morning, board members. My name is Nikolai Wise. I am a sophomore at H.E. Reynolds High School, part of the swim program run by Coach S. And I think that the swim team is definitely something that's very beneficial to me in my high school career. It definitely brings together a number of different types of people, and it is one of the most athletic sports out there. It will build your strength like none other. Like me personally, I'd never done a sport until I did swimming. And when I moved here from Fort Bragg, my dad was in the Army. When we moved here, I just didn't know what to do, and then I saw that they had a swim team, and I was like, next year I'm going to do this. And I did, and I love it. I love swimming more than anything. And don't get me wrong, the Zegner pool has a lot wrong with it. We definitely needed something else. But I don't think that we need to necessarily just close it down without doing anything else. I mean, we need somewhere to swim, and we need, I really would hope that we would get a new, different type of facility, just so we could bring in multiple different places from all over. Asheville is the biggest city in this area, so, and everyone knows where this city is. So if we had this big old aquatic center, or not even a big aquatic center, just any type of center that was a very good pool, would bring in all kinds of the year during swim season. They could come here, and like the woman who was up here was talking about, would also bring revenue into here. Also the money that the pool itself makes from people paying to use the pool. And during off season, of course, like Coach Fest uses his for a swim clinic and whatever they would need to do in order to help maintain the costs. And we really need this swim center, and it helps us build character, strength, and a sense of just self-accomplishment. Personally, just me as my first year swimming, I had never accomplished anything, and I kept just dropping time. It was just something really very meaningful. And of course, I don't have such a meaningful story as Kirby, Michael, but I definitely hope you guys can see that it's just something for a guy who hasn't done much really, but just being on a school team has just brought it in, and I really hope we can treat this like any other sport and just help maintain our facility so we can keep on doing what we want to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wise. Yes, sir, in the back. Who wants to speak after this? Okay. Why don't you two have your hands up? You'll be next. You'll be next. Okay. We'll have you, young lady, after these two gentlemen. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Jace Keegan. I'm a junior swimming with the TCR swim team. I've done it since my freshman year. I'm originally from Greensboro, and so when my family moved here in the summer before my seventh grade year, one of the first school activities that I signed up for when school started that year was the middle school swim club, which was taking place at Zoidner. And that's actually where I met Jimbo and a lot of the people who are now some of my closest friends from the swim team. And then when I got out of middle school, the first thing I signed up for on my freshman year of high school was the swim team, where I made more friends, achieved more, and when I was a freshman, I was annoying. I think you can literally take a poll, 100%, thumbs up, yes, Keegan was a really annoying freshman. But so, it was because of the swimmers who I swam with who really made me realize that I needed an attitude adjustment, and that's what motivated me to do so. And now I like to think I've gone to maybe 50% thumbs up. And so, like I said, I'm originally from Greensboro, and we moved there the year before GAC was fully completed. But while I was still keeping in touch with a lot of the people there, who, when I swam year-round, they all say it is one of the most fabulous pools ever, and I'm really jealous of them because, like TC and Reynolds and West, the Greensboro Swimming Association, who I swam year-round with, there was no aquatic center in Greensboro, so we had to use the pools of 2 of the high schools. Both were not in great shape. Both could really have used some more funding and repairs, but we swam there because we had no other options. Then GAC got built, and they moved into GAC. All of them say how wonderful it is, and I think they really appreciate it and benefited from it, like the city of Greensboro. And I think that building an aquatic center for Asheville could provide the same opportunities for our city, because it's a great city. Also, no other sport really on the high school level has to compete this hard that I've noticed for their fields. Like the football team and soccer team and the track team and even the tennis team, the basketball team, softball team, all of which have fields provided for them by the school. We actually at TC recently had an entirely new softball field built, and the soccer and football field is regularly maintained. But here we are, swimmers, at least 100 of us, having to fight very, very hard in order to get a decent aquatic center for us to practice in and have meets in.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, sir. 2 gentlemen in the back and then the lady in there. And there's a seat up here. Why don't you all come up? You 3 come on up, and there's some seats in the front of you.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam Cheatham. I'm a freshman at AC Reynolds High School. I have been swimming 4 years now, 3 years at King Creek under Coach Jim Cheatham, and this is my first year at AC Reynolds with Mr. Vess. And it's really changed how I work through things with swimming. It helps me be calm, and I have no idea what I was going to say.
You're doing fine. That happens a lot. Don't worry about it.
But I think Zubner Center is very important to have, at least until we can come up with a better facility, because it allows so many people to swim, and they obviously care about it. They've all come and worn their goggles in this indoor place where it's really hot, but they want to keep swimming, and I do too. So I think we should have Zubner facility open until we can find a better place to swim.
Thank you, Mr. Booth. Yes, sir. Who wants to speak after this lady? I think you were next up. I think you got a TC on there. It's like Robertson used to. Yeah. Maybe. Come on up, sir.
Oh, wait. I thought she was going.
Wait.
Hello, my name is Ashlyn Teague. I go to Valley Springs Middle School, and I live in the Robertson district. My older brother has been on the swim team for 4 years as a senior. He's been a lifeguard, and he's going to Chapel Hill next year. So swimming opens up a lot of opportunities. Swimming opens up opportunities for kids to have jobs like lifeguarding, go to college, meet new friends. Swimming opens up a lot. And my worry is I want to know where I'm going to be able to swim next year, because I'm in 8th grade, and I know that the high school swims 5 days for 2.5 hours, which is great, and they do really well. That helps them a lot. That helps the kids learn discipline. So the pool helps a lot of people, and I really want to see it be open next year so my friends and my younger brother and everyone can enjoy a new pool, or at least have the pool open until a new pool is made. And also, I'm a Girl Scout, and while I love the water, I'm aware that that a lot of people fear water, that because it's dangerous, a lot of people don't know how to swim. So a Girl Scout equivalent to an Eagle is a Gold Award project. And my Gold Award project, I'm going to try and make sure in my 4 years of high school that every kid in Buncombe County knows how to swim before they graduate high school. So here, I'm going to read some statistics. Wrong side. So approximately 10 people drown every day in the United States. 70% of African Americans cannot swim. 60% of Hispanic Americans cannot swim. And if you're African American, you're 3 times more likely to drown than a Caucasian person. And I don't think that's okay. I think that if we open up if we make swimming more available to all the students, that will erase that will help equality in schools no matter race or social class. If everyone knows how to swim, everyone has the opportunity to save themselves and other people around them, that'll affect Buncombe County for a long time. Because parents who know how to swim, a parent who doesn't know how to swim, their child only has a 13% chance of knowing how to swim. So it'll affect Buncombe County in the long run. Kids who know how to swim, they graduate high school, they live here, they have families, their kids are a lot more likely to know how to swim. So this is going to affect everyone, not just the swimmers, but it's going to affect everyone in Buncombe County. All of the schools, all of the students. It helps a lot of people, so a pool is very important to Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Teague. Yes, sir. Who wants to speak after him? Okay, why don't you, you in the back there, come on up and sit in your seat there, and then you'll be, a rocket, right there, you'll be, you come on up with 2 seats up here. Yes, sir, go right ahead.
Oh. Hello, my name is Avi. I'm a freshman and a swimmer at TC Robertson. Thank you for having me here today. I would like to start out by pointing out I am also a Boy Scout.